What's developing now, the effort by the city of Columbus to make problem landlords pay up.
It comes after the city shelled out millions to house displaced residents. They include hundreds of people, mostly immigrants, forced to evacuate the Colonial Village apartments because of what the city deemed to be unlivable conditions in many of the units.
Also, tenants were forced to leave the Latitude 525 apartment complex because of a string of problems, including lack of heat and AC, water pipes bursting, and faulty elevators.
Now, last night, Columbus City Council changed its code to give more protections for tenants of problem properties.
NBC4's Isabel Cleary talked to one of those former tenants and has the latest. Isabel.
Soretta Carr was forced to move out of Latitude 525 on Christmas in 2022. She had no heat. The elevators weren't working and she was living on the 6th floor. She says she is thankful for the help she received then and now is glad to hear about these extra added layers of protection.
It just kind of made you feel like you were drowning.
That's how Soretta Carr describes her last few days living in Latitude 525, a building now standing empty and condemned from unsafe living conditions.
I just kind of isolated myself. I didn't want to be around anyone because I'm trying to figure out what my next steps were. So those final days were very horrifying.
Carr says the city helped her get into a hotel and she was able to find another apartment. With rising rents, she couldn't stay and had to leave the state to live with family. Still, she is thankful Columbus is continuing its work to help others in her situation.
I feel that shows even more care, that they realize that there's a problem in Columbus, there's a problem citywide, and that we need to figure out the steps necessary to take if it happens again so that we can assist these tenants.
Columbus City Council changed its housing and safety code so property owners are responsible for relocation and housing costs if tenants are forced to leave. If it's temporary, the property owners have to pay for up to 3 months of housing. If the move is for good, they have to give tenants 3 times fair market rent. If they don't, the city will pay and then sue the landlords.
It does happen regularly in smaller, single-person units or one unit in an apartment complex throughout the year.
Legal Aid says this will be a game changer for many families, giving those who are struggling a safe way out and eliminating fear of retribution from landlords or of not finding another place to live.
So I'm hopeful that this will encourage people to call code more often and earlier on, because a lot of these issues can also be resolved if they're addressed earlier without getting to that later point, and know that they will not be homeless.
This started as a pilot program. The city's Department of Development tells me that in each scenario in this pilot program, the landlord worked with the city to fix the issues and support their tenants. Local for you at City Hall, I'm Isabel Cleary, NBC4.